Because the function of the world is to give us the experience of our beliefs, when our beliefs are insane, the world we will see will reflect this insanity back to us. For all seeing is done within our minds, and so all seeing is within us. The world we will see will be what we have asked it to be. Attack and defense are one and the same because they share the same cause. The cause of both is fear, and fear calls for hate, as we do learn to hate what we fear, because we do not hate what we love. We defend ourselves from what we fear, because we do not defend ourselves from what we love, and we attack what we hate, and likewise we do not attack what we love. Therefore, the justifications for our defences and our attacks are both but a loss of love. We have looked at another without love and have decided to fear them. Because fear does call for hate, both defence and attack foster hate. The hate is within us, and being within us, it eats away at our peace, and without peace there is no safety. The loss of love began within ourselves, and the hate is our guilt in seeing our fellow neighbours, our fellow humans, without love, and therefore not seeing them as they were created to be. Because no one wants to see guilt within themselves, the mind tries to project this guilt outside onto another that we have chosen to be our enemy. And so the guilt we see outside ourselves projected onto another becomes our justifications for both our defences and our attacks. Yet it is within us that the loss has happened, the loss of love. And we cannot escape the guilt inside because we have chosen God's Son to be our enemy, and because God's Son is one with God, we have but made an enemy of God. And all the children of the earth are God's sons. We are all God's children. We all share one Creator. We all share the one life that flows through our veins. One cannot make an enemy of God and still know peace. The result is that we will experience a world of war within our own minds, and because it is our minds which is defining the world around us, we will see what we have asked to see. Everyone feels justified by their defences and their attacks because they have called for the witnesses of fear, and the world has responded as it was asked to do. The world is full of false authorities teaching those who believe in them to hate and fear what God has created the same as them, what God has created one with them. There are religions preaching that they are more special than others, that they are the chosen, and that they are the righteous. There are religions that preach hatred towards others because they see them to be their enemies, and so they teach that they must be killed. This is nothing but insanity, and the only result and effect possible when one has made an enemy of God is to see hell. And just as there are religions teaching separation, so too are there governments teaching separation by creating their borders and their laws to defend their beliefs in separation, using violence and punishment to maintain division for the sole purpose of ruling people and controlling them, therefore making them slaves. Governments creating war machines and weapons to be used against people they have chosen to see as their enemies, people they have chosen to hate because they do not see love. People who God created the same, people who are as valuable as any other. And so we have wars that are made upon the innocent, made from fear and hatred of the insanity of religious and governmental authority. But the fault lies not within the religious or the governmental bodies, but in the people who empower them and give them the means to live. For both are only empowered by belief, and so it is our own belief that have aligned to theirs that they maintain their ability to think insanely. Without our own support, they simply have no power to teach fear. Until we realize the world we do see is but a reflection of our collective thinking, and thoughts are of the mind, then we will keep justifying both our need for defense and our need to attack. The world is at war because there is a war taking place within us, and our thoughts of defences and our thoughts of attack are the only cause of the world we see outside ourselves. Our minds are the instruments of creation because our mind is still part of the one unified mind of the Creator. When we are using our minds insanely, we are using our minds against ourselves, and it is this that we are suffering, by seeing a world outside that is reflecting back to us a world that we have but asked to see. We don't see that we are doing this only because we are afraid to look within ourselves, because we do believe that if we look within, we will find ourselves guilty. We will find guilt there. Yet we are all created innocent, and so the guilt is but a deception, and once we have faced it within ourselves, it will completely vanish back into the nothingness from which it came.